Two, I don't know what's going on with this tablet. I have no idea. So we're gonna have to upgrade to something else. I'm gonna have to get a bigger table or something. Alright, Spricker, you up first. Let's go and get on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and the rest. Alright. Every last bit of my water is gone. Sasha and Gina. Real life here, Gye-Nyame journey. Hold on, family. Yeah, let's let the music. I mean, like I said, it's real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey family. I want to say great Umoja to each and every last one of you. I pray that today will be as beautiful as you are. I pray that you will be able to get out there and shock the world, make some major changes. We're going to have to go and drink our water up. Then we'll get to our toast. Oh yeah, as a matter of fact, I need the ladle too. We're right here, Gye-Nyame Journey, man. It's going on, it's going down. What a beautiful thing. What a beautiful thing. I will start the Justice League brew tonight. Didn't get a chance to do it yesterday. Didn't feel like doing too much of anything yesterday. Like I said, I didn't feel like doing too much of anything yesterday. I went to the Per Ankh. We did our thing. It's posted up on the Facebook page, of course. I found out that the little device that I was supposed to get in March possibly will be delivered today. I'm gonna fill this up. I gotta remember to fill this up. Will possibly be delivered today, so hopefully we can start getting some shots from that. And once I get paid again, I will definitely go and get me one of those stands, so y'all will be getting a different angle of Gye-Nyame journey with this new device, because it's like basically having a little cameraman. Supposedly, supposedly. So we're going to drink this water up. And first, I want to welcome you to the congregation of Mighty. This is the place where your hustle builds muscle, also known as Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Of course, you know this is the Daily Toast, and it's a Heart of a Simba production. Strive to blow up your old paradigm. Like I said, man, I had the opportunity to chill over there with the elders for, about 2 or 3 of the elders for a long time. Because there wasn't a lot of people that came out because, Mother's Day. It was Mother's Day. And everybody was gone. And that's cool, right? That's cool. But we did what we were supposed to do. And like I said, family is about honor, Lord, and sacrifice. Doing what you're supposed to be doing it. You can't knock that, right? So, we're going to do our toast. As usual, we're going to celebrate our ancestors. And for those that would like to add their ancestors to the list, you can get on our Black Signal list as well and be able to page Gye-Nyame Journey. Send us information about events, send us information about your ancestors, send us information through our Facebook page, or you can get on the Black Signal at 25456. You could just text GNJ to 25456. Very simple, right? Damn, spending some bucks over here trying to make it easy for the family. And that's what we're supposed to do, right? That's what we're supposed to do. Make ourselves useful. Right? And that's what I strive to do. Now, if you're drowning in some water somewhere, you're in trouble. But if you need somebody to come climb something to pull you down, or wrestle down a pit bull, possibly. I'm not as quick as I used to be, but I still got some of the moves in me, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, I could save a life. The water, I got to master the water piece. I haven't mastered the water piece. I'm not comfortable with the whole swimming thing. We have to send Kwame in the water to get your ass, but all the other shit I can handle. You know what I'm saying? But being useful, right? Being able to use my hands, being able to use my feet, being able to run from one point to another point, to get a message across that can't be gotten across because all the lines are down or something. Being able to do some basic survival stuff, and not only have myself survive, but also help other people along with me survive. being useful, right? And I'm able to tell stories, being useful, right? You know, I know some of y'all like, how is telling stories useful, right? You know, until you get to a place where you ain't got no goddamn TV or radio, you find out how useful that is. All right, so I'm gonna open up this container. I've been holding some ambrosia up in here for a little while, and this is gonna be one of the ones that I'm thinking about. Yeah, it's a little Scoby growing up in here. And it's gonna be strong. Ooh. I hope I'm ready. I hope I'm ready. So I gotta bottle up some of the ambrosia downstairs. I'm gonna let it sit down there for a little while longer. And then I'm gonna bottle it up and have it ready. I got about 6 bottles here. So I fill those bottles up and let it sit. Alright, so here we go. First, giving honor to the creator by whatever name you choose to call it creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that creator. And we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Alright. Somehow, even through the lamination, my ancestor page got wet. I don't understand that. That's madness. We salute Miles Brown, Ms. Ann Robert, the Texan, and Davis Earn Brown, Senior, Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William Walter, Christopher, and the Gaston, Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland, and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Arm Brown II, Barbara 2H, Wash Ellis, Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamal Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Falar, Montague Pimenel, No More Expert, Maya Ram, Malika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ageni, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alpha Bro Hector Jr., J. Atwood's Carla Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Gail Pulley and Lester Brother, Miss Edith Brooks Crawley, Miss Reed Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss J. Brunson, Mr. Lonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Frank Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Danny Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Dick Rennerman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Ray Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kelly D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Devil Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clayburg, B.D. Sarah Weller, B. The Farmer, Argo Soul Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Charmaine, Evelyn Theolis, Harvey Hasbury, Senior Leonard, Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thorne, Pearl G. Thorne, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thorne, Trish Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, May Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolton, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover here, the President, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, May Moss, Peter Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, N.C. Johnson, Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W.S. Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Harry DeVesta, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinier, Elder Amitette Wilman, Fred Douglas Trigg Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frank Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs, the second minute Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Riddle, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Bernard Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Didi Monte Aries, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan, William Walter West. Let me see something real quick. William Walter West, Nathan Lopez, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson. I wonder. Excuse me, fam. I wonder. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Is that working? Check 1. Check 2. Just wanted to see. William Walter West, Nigel Paris, Elder G. Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFriedis Hines, Inez Boster, Gardner Boster, Gwen Freeze, Canterbury, Wilson Hadley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spradling, Calvin Spradling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Prittup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Peanut Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Naylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jay Bradley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Akabuki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Dorr, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Edgar Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christy Cottrell, Ann Becker, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Brennan, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet, McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino, Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hatstad, Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Bonella, Alvis Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erleton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Greenback, Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey, Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, J.C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Maria Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruth Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshon Easley, JaVale McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jacqueline Broaders, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Cofer, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. Now to the Black Book. Joella Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shank Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khaled Hassan, also known as Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gatt, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Archie Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, and Teresa Sambu. Alright, so we raise up our glass, and we salute, and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move on to the present moment. We are presently on Umoja. Activate those reticular formations. We're going to go out here. We're going to hunt down some Umoja today, right? We lift up our glass, right, for this moment. Right now, for those who don't speak the language, Umoja means unity. Demonic principle truth. The color is violet. Got on the shirt color today. Mentalism is the Hermetic law. The male name for the day is Kwojo. Female name is Ajwa. We need a Kwojo or Ajwa on the toasting team. We need a Kwojo or Ajwa on the toasting team. Looking for a Kwojo or Ajwa. So if you're a Kwojo or Ajwa, let me know so I can stop recruiting for a Kwojo and an Ajwa on the team. Alright? We lift up our glass to this moment and we say, Ashe. From this moment, we move to our future generations and we toast our children, our children's children, our children's children's children, on to infinity in advance, right? And we toast them and we say, Ashe. From there, finally, we move on to all of our relations and we lift up our glass. And you know what we say? We say, Ashe. From all of our relations, we move straight into that selfish toast. This is for you. What is it that you need in a moment to make yourself or bring yourself closer to your higher, your better self, right? We toast and we say, Ashe. From there, I move on and I toast the most magnificent, beautiful, inspiring, brave, intelligent individual, most talented individual in this room. And you know what it is? That's you. I toast you and I say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Alright, family, go on, have a great day. I'm about to sip. It's going to be strong. Hot damn. Wow. Alright, but I'm out. You have a great day. Peace.